Welcome to RiaTalk, where we're always keeping it real about real life. And here's your host, Maria.
Hello, 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 hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Real Talk for real people. Are you ready to get real? Let's talk.
Okay, so what's crack-a-lackin'? What are we talking about today?
Today, we're going to be talking about the killer three. There are three killers that can even take your life. We're not talking about medicine, or we're not, at least not directly, we're not talking about medicine or diagnosis, breast cancer, prostate cancer, liver cancer, nothing like that. It's mostly mental. And sometimes things that impacts us mentally will cause us to unlife, become unlife. So we're going to take care of this thing and know that you don't have to go into eternity right now. You can find your answers one bite at a time. Like you say, how do you bite an elephant? How do you eat an elephant? I'm sorry, one bite at a time. How do you solve a problem? One step at a time. And what did they say? The last good one, inch by inch, it's a cinch. You can do this. What I'm going to ask you to do is start your journey through self-healing. And we're going to get rid of those three killers. And what are they? These three killers are shame, secrets, and silence. Before we get started, would you like anything you need to say?
No, let's get it started. Let's get into it.
We're going to do something different. We're coming into the new year. And I always say when we come into the new year, hopefully the year before has taught us some things. And this is what I'm going to get it, like they said, crack-a-lacking. Get it started. Let's get it started. Let's get it pumping. And this is what we're going to do. We're going to do episodes. Sometimes I tell stories or I talk about something and I didn't go deep enough. So now we're going to do episodes. And I believe this subject needs episodes. We need to do it, what they call a deep dive into it. So let's go. As I told you, we're going to explore how shame, secrets, and silence, these three invisible forces, shape our lives, our relationship, and our communities. I say Black people specifically, but this can apply to all people that's suffering with shame, secrets, and silence. So each episode will uncover stories, insights, and strategy to dismantle these three barriers and reclaim your life and your authenticity. I always tell people, when you tell your story, you're telling your story. And you have a right to tell your story because that story you're telling, you live in that story day in and day out in your head. That's what I, when I was a kid and my mom struggled with her kids because she had so many. I had 8 sisters and one brother. And my mom was very young. She started having kids like most people in her age group. And were Black, maybe some whites too, I don't know. But I know there was a Black girl was having babies. Even when Massa got them pregnant at 9, 10 years old. So it's our history. And it didn't stop in the 40s and 50s. So anyway, I thought about my mom. And I try not to cry. My mom is deceased now, and I loved her dearly, very close to my mom. And this is why I'm writing this. I'm talking about this. And I know other people. I know people who they need to heal. And the way to heal is to get rid of the shame, the secrets, and the silence. Silence is a killer. I'm going to say it again. Silence is a killer because you always thinking about it and you're not talking about it. And when you think about it, you're making yourself the bad guy. And 9 times out of 10, you are not the bad guy. It was done to you.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't do it to yourself. I'm telling this story. Are we going to explore it? I may get deeper into my mom's story. I just want to do what we call a sidebar a little bit. And towards the end of my mom's life, I was out shopping with her. And I had to go to the restroom, if I could say that. And I said, Mom, stay in this truck until I come back. I'm gonna run into the store. It was early in the morning. When I came back, I heard my mom screaming, and it was a distance. It wasn't no but my truck in the parking lot. I heard my mom screaming, and she was kicking. I started running. I'm thinking someone's attacking my mom, and it's gonna be on. So I'm running, and I get towards my mom, and I get in the car trying to unlock the car. Nobody's in the car. It's just my mom. She's really living her shame, her secret that she had been silent for all these years. Scared me to death. I comfort my mom because none of that belonged to her. You know who should have the shame? The state of Georgia, the dominant group in Georgia, in South Georgia. And the sad part about it is all these people claim to be Christians. Now, moving on, because I told you this is episodic. We say, what is shame? Shame. There's a time to be shamed. If you did something shameful, maybe you should be ashamed. Like the old people used to say, like my old Southern grandma used to say, you should be ashamed of yourself. You should be ashamed of yourself when you do people wrong, injure someone, an innocent person, when you disrespect your elders. There's a time to be shamed, because shame in this right context will help you to become a better person. But most of the time, especially women, all women, we apply shame to ourselves as victims instead of applying that shame to who it should be applied to. Shame make you feel like you're nobody. I'm nobody. I'm worthless. A person who's got that shame and carry that shame in silence for years. I'm just say that person would say something like that. They would say something like, I'm broken. Why am I here? They would wrongfully say that. And they would say, what's wrong with me? Let me just tell you, nothing is wrong with you. You hear me crying a bit? I am not ashamed. Strong women cry too. Let me tell you, strong women cry too. And the most strong person I know is Jesus Christ. And the Bible says more than once that Jesus wept because he was overwhelmed with compassion. He was taken, he looked out upon the people. He looked out upon the suffering of Mary and Martha when Lazarus died, and Jesus wept. Strong people cry too. Now, what is secrets? I remember when I was in second grade, maybe third. Oh, just in elementary school. I know I was a young child. And back then, people would always say, and it's still true to a point, but most of the time, it's not good for children. What happens at our house stays at our house. Children gets damaged early on, and they can't process it, and they have no one to tell why. Because Mama said, what goes on in our house stays in our house. Then it stays in your heart and your mind for a lifetime. I understand sometimes they can't just be gossiping all the while. But most of the time, and I have lived this life for a while now. I'm a woman of a certain age. And I proudly say I am so thankful. Like Maya Angelou said, I take nothing for my journey. It's generally not good to keep secrets. Because secrets cause shame. Well, the act cause shame. But the longer you keep the secret, the more profound the shame. And you have to keep it in silence. Someone has silenced you, either by threat or through shame. And I want you at the end of this, at least through the process, come with me. Come with me along this journey of self-healing. And how are you going to heal? You're going to release the shame. You're going to release the silence. And you're going to release the secrets. Come along with me. I want you to know something. I feel your pain. It may not be my story. I felt my mom's pain. I have clients I talk with. I feel their pain. Because you know why I feel their pain? Because I care. I care about you. I don't know you, but I want to be a facilitator in your healing, to free you, to help you, to facilitate the healing from the shame, the silence, and the secrets. I will talk to you next time on the 3 killers. And what are the 3 killers? Secret, shame, and silence. However, I may have gotten a little twisted, but they're still there, all 3 of them, raising their ugly heads in your mind, in your heart. But we're going to get rid of those. We're going to get rid of those together. See you next time.
Okay, that's it for RiaTalk. What secrets are killing you? Speak your truth and set yourself free below in the comments or on our IG page at RiaTalk. We're growing, guys. You can find this podcast on all podcast platforms. Just search for RiaTalk. And lastly, please like, follow, and subscribe to RiaTalk, and we will see you next week.